Good, good, good. All right. Now, one of the most common questions that I get when it comes to people joining ASFX, they want to know, can we trade the ASFX entry signals, the 3 systems that we teach? Can we use those on crypto? I get that question like almost every day. So what I want to show you right now is a D1 entry and an A1 entry. It's both of our in-trend entry signals together that's presented today on Bitcoin. And it was actually the same signal that we saw yesterday on Bitcoin. Bitcoin's been going through a very strong bull run lately. So we're kind of using that fundamental driver to feed the direction that we want to look for entries. So first, you'll see the wedge formation. I have it drawn off today. You'll see we're breaking out over the last hour. The idea here comes off the blue 50 EMA. The market sentiment line here you can see is very long biased, which is what we look for when we're looking for A1s or D1s. Those are our in-trend signals that we teach. The EMAs here are also long biased. You can see 800 EMA is below the 200, 200 is below the 50. To just clean up this chart a little bit, I'm going to turn off my Asian session markers right here because that's just not important for us right now. And I'm also going to turn off average daily range because average daily range to me with Bitcoin, not too concerned with it because I know that this thing can just blow through average daily range. So we'll turn that off right there. Makes it a little bit cleaner. So now you can see the full trend. You can see the pennant formation, the wedge formation, whatever you like to call it. Now, I'm not a big believer in these diagonal trend lines, but when we get our 8 and 21 EMA cross here, and that strong bar comes off the 50 EMA with the proper RSI value, that fits what we look for as an A1 entry. On top of that, because we know A1 shift candles like that can sometimes lead to pullbacks. On top of that, though, if we go down to the 1 minute, you'll actually see, and I'll sync this across so you can see where that is, and I'll sync this vertical line so you can see where that is. If we go to the 1 minute and blow this up, you'll see it looks like a D1 entry as well. So here's the 15-minute entry point where I have the entry marked, but notice this bullish divergence that started at 5 a.m., built into 6:30, built into 8 o'clock. The divergence set in, but we continued to make higher lows off that divergent bottom. So even if I go in here and I box off the divergent low, this is the price that we'd want this to hold above if it's going to rise. And what did it do? It tested that level twice before moving off of it and breaking out with that, like I said, A1 shift candle. So now you're seeing D1 into A1 here on a crypto asset, on Bitcoin. Now, this is the same, basically the same signal that we saw yesterday. If I take us back to the 15-minute and we just take a look back at yesterday, let me zoom out, you'll see the same kind of breakout happened. So we had a perfect market sentiment line here yesterday. As you can see, same idea, feeding the long bias. EMAs are in an uptrend. This one was a little bit trickier. It wasn't as clean. If you look, here was your pennant formation. You got a breakout, but it actually ended up coming back in. And this is why I'm not a big believer in the pennants, because you can see it breaks out to the upside, comes all the way back to the 200 EMA, and then makes the move off of it. But where we had some of our guys make money yesterday on Bitcoin is trading in here after that pullback. Now, it's not a super strong A1 formation, but this 3-candle formation can still give you the idea that this trend should continue, that fundamental bullish bias can come in and give you the opportunity to make money long Bitcoin yesterday. So it's back-to-back days following the same trend, using the same rules to read risk reward and find the entry. Today, a lot cleaner with the D1 into the A1. And now we're going to look to see if this will hold the 8 EMA and continue higher into the rest of the day, because Bitcoin's at all-time highs right now. If I take us over to a higher time frame, you'll see, go to the daily, look at the daily chart here, breaking out above the 8 EMA. If we go to the monthly chart, you'll see this is going to probably close, it looks like, in 11 days at the highest monthly bar that we've ever seen. Even if you look at the weekly, we're breaking out on the weekly time frame as well. A lot of fundamental bias here, but also technicals I'm showing you, feeding the bullish bias, feeding the idea that this is going to probably go to 100K in the next year or so. That's my opinion. I think it's inevitable that we don't hit 100K. It's not possible that we don't. So that's where Bitcoin and crypto can still be traded with the A1, D1, and D2 systems. So if you want to learn more about the systems, hit the links in the description. I'm here to help you guys in any way that I can. We are doing this webinar on Thursday. That's totally free. But if you want to just jump in with the courses and start learning how to trade these signals, the links are in the description so you guys can take advantage of that.